r/AskReddit. What is considered offensive or trashy if you are poor, but acceptable if you are wealthy? Makes me remember the joke, if 50 Shades took place in a trailer park, it would be a Criminal Minds episode. Going to the horse races. If you've ever been to the track on a Tuesday afternoon, you know it ain't a pretty sight. But that's not the picture NBC paints at the Kentucky Derby. Day drinking. Wearing weird/unusual clothing all the time. If you are poor, you are a weirdo. If you are rich, you are just eccentric. Florida. Dressing provocatively. When you're rich, it's a fashion statement. When you're poor, you're a working girl. Hoarding vehicles. Owning an RV. Minimalism. If you're rich and you live in a tiny house and don't have a lot material possessions, you are considered enlightened and living a good life. If you're poor and you live in a tiny house and don't have a lot of stuff, you are considered a loser. Drugs. Shirts with holes in them. Not having a job. Getting high. Spending money on non-essentials. At least that's how it seems. Having strangers living in your house with you. Not seeing your kids a lot. Riding bicycles on main roads, multiple cars in front of the house, eating animals that most people don't eat, owning a limousine, knowing lawyers and judges well. Edit. The amount of people who have never lived near people with 20 cars in the front yard, half of which have weeds growing through them, is too high. Leopard print. Off the planet craziness. Think can I vs some poor regular guy who makes 0 cents. Dressing up like a bat and beating people unconscious. Mental health changes from crazy to eccentric at a certain wealth point. Paying for sex. Be in debt. Other people raising your kids. A backyard shower. Having multiple kids with multiple partners. Holding your kid's wedding and reception in your backyard. Having a big screen TV. I've had to do home visits with people often, and they always get so mad that these poor families would have won. Wearing lingerie as outerwear. Dressing/looking like a hobo. Poor equals hobo, rich equals hipster. Crime. Having sex with minors. Apparently. Biggest thing is leisure spending. Imo. Somehow a billionaire wasting hundreds of thousands of dollars on shit she doesn't need and will use once is considered cool. But a poor person saving up and buying a nice purse or bottle of booze is seen as wasteful. Could just be an Irish thing. But owning a horse. It's not nice to see them tied to stakes by a 3-foot rope on housing estates. Based on the other replies. Pretty much everything. Having weird names. Yeah, we still laugh at some of the names celebrities give their kids, but it will never stop them from getting work or living their lives of luxury. Taking money from the government. Unemployment/food stamps. Trashy business bailout/tax loophole. Classy. Hunting people for sport. Doing literally anything except suffering TBH. Smoking a cig. Also gambling. Tax offenses. If you make $20k a year and don't do your taxes right, you'll be fucked. If you are rich and withhold a few $1,000,000 in taxes, you're usually fine. Not paying taxes. Spending more money than you have. Not cleaning your house. Looking homeless or wearing homeless clothes. https://www.cosmopolitan.com/style/beauty/fashion/rate1,668,284/n Hollywood homeless inspired men's fashion show/ skimpy clothes. Random sex. Creative kid names. Receiving money from the government. Pedophilia. Eating moldy cheese. Parking your car right in front of the door instead of in a parking space. Stealing. I steal from a store. Jail time. They steal millions of dollars in unpaid taxes and stolen wages. Business savvy. Taking money from the government. Woman not having a job equals poor people lazy. Woman not having a job equals rich people socialite. Having children out of wedlock. Poor equals baby mama slash daddy. Rich equals life partner. Camping. Rich, you're enjoying nature. Poor, homeless bum. Living in a trailer vs a tiny home. Being fat, liking food. If you are poor you are a fat slob. If you are rich you are a gourmet. Abstract wall art. Poster from Walmart versus an original on canvas that looks worse than the Walmart one. Owning a car from the 80s. Using a bicycle exclusively for transportation. Wealthy, it's virtuous. But you make sure the bike and accessories look expensive as not to be mistaken for a poor person. Poor people assume you are unemployable, homeless, or had a DUI. Human trafficking. Crying about having to be quarantined. Off Ellen, we don't want to hear about how hard it is to stay in your $1 million mansion with your beautiful wife and probably a private chef slash butler slash cleaner. Some people still had to geo out and work because they wouldn't be able to afford food otherwise. Some people got evicted and made homeless in the time you cold donated something to help them, as you so willingly do with other millionaires. Ahem, pardoned my outburst. Drug addiction. Government handouts. Everything. Fucking kids, apparently.